everybody. My name's Salabama, and this is my first episode of a world tour where I'll show off a world me and my friends have created. Starting off in our guild hall, we have a lot of beds and storage here, and I'll just be going through and showing you everything we've built so far in our world. I'm playing on the Minecraft Bedrock Edition, using a Switch to record this gameplay. So looking around here, you'll see our town hall, our town square, pardon me, with our clock tower in the center. Heading up this way, you'll see our wizard tower, and to the left, a fire station. Here we have our flower farm beside a garden. We tried to collect every type of flower here. This world is completely survival. Maybe I'll try to get some achievement I haven't got yet to show that off later. Got some bees. You'll see by the fire station, we have a Canadian flag. We're all Canadians on the server. And this leads us right to a little playground beside a little school, a little kindergarten school. This is something else one of the other players made. There's 3 players on the server currently active. I'm one of them, and my partner's another one. And we have one other friend who also plays. And we'll be showing off all of our builds. Over here we have our post office, where you can drop off mail and it will be delivered. And then our dojo. This is a karate dojo, so you can practice your karate here. There's a little reception area, a little mat area for sparring, a little sit area, and in the back we got a little garden with a, I guess it's like a gazebo. Shut the door. Make sure shut the door. So you could do more sparring on the gazebo here, or just hang out. And we have a little pond here as well. Okay, so we can go back. This is kind of on the outskirts of our village. So I'll get to a map later, but the general layout is, this is an awesome sword. Sorry, distracted. Yeah, we have a village surrounded by a castle, and you might have got a glimpse of the castle earlier. Let's just see here. Where can I go? You saw the tower, and this is the playground. So yeah, we have a large castle in the center of a mountain, and then we've tried to build a little community around it. It's lots of little houses like these ones here, and little cul-de-sacs. I'll jump over here. You'll see little kind of themes tucked into different nooks into our village. So we got a lot of clay builds here, and going into here we have a little well for some water, and it's kind of hidden off with some flowers, but it is outside. So this is our longest running server, or it's a realm to be more specific. We started it in maybe late 2019, and we've been playing off and on up until recording this. It's May 2021, so a couple years now. A little farmhouse there. And so the server's gone through a lot of changes. I have a few backups of old saves, and I might show you one of those one day, but for now I want to show you the current realm. Here it used to be our main sorting system area, but now we just keep all of the colorful items in there. There's so many. A little house there, and get a good look at that clock tower. It's always noon sometime in our world. Just made with some wool. Here's one of the first builds I built. A semi-fully automatic wool farm. And see some wool in there. I think I need to replace the shears. That's why I call it semi-automatic. And I really love this clock tower. It's going through a little chandelier up there. So you can see the castle, you glimpse it to the left. Don't want to show too much off. This is another one of our first builds. It was where we first started enchanting. And if we go upstairs, you can probably see we have a lot of enchanting books still there. Don't really need too many enchanting books these days with mending. And you see I have a totem of them dying, just plan not to die. And let's take a nice big look at that castle. It is, you'll see it's massive. And it's a work in progress. Everything in this world is a work in progress. We just slowly work away at different projects when we feel the mood strikes us. No set timelines or agendas. So the basic structure of how we've set up this world is my partner and I, we mostly just work on the village and we share a lot of resources, and our friend has his own project going on very nearby, and we'll get to that. And we still share resources with them as well. So here's a big house. I want to show this off. It's actually just types of farms in here, like sugar cane. And you see that all of these little houses in this community are just little starter houses, just to try to fill out the landscape. We practice our building styles. We have another big farmhouse over there. I'll show you that by our fountain. I can't remember who built this exactly, but it really adds to the village. Another little gazebo just to hang out at, enjoy the town. We try to build out the roads and our infrastructure, and you get to appreciate it when you look at our maps of the world. We try to make a map room. So this is kind of the industrial side of our world, and you can see our first industrial build was this massive farm, and each floor has just huge amounts of farmables, so like wheat, carrots, beetroot, potatoes, and what is this? Netherwort. Way more than you need. But we like to have lots. You never know when you're going to need lots. So you can just collect it and put it in any of these chests located around. And you can go down. I use scaffolding to kind of make an elevator. I know I've seen redstone elevators that go up and down, but I'm still trying to learn things like redstone. So they come down to these hoppers, and this is probably the most inefficient way to store items. This chest this hopper with mine cart goes around in a circle and slowly dispenses the items randomly into these chests. So this is one of our first builds, and you can tell it's not super well set up or efficient, but it works, and it's kind of nice to go get lots of wheat if you need that. Here you'll see some tracks, and we'll get to that later. It leads to a iron farm, and this is a double chunk of slime farms we've dug out. If you know slime farms, this is the hardest part, just digging out the area. It's huge. And the slime gets dragged to the magma cubes and die. And this is our primary way we get slime. See some iron golems attract the slime. And all of the slime goes to this bubble elevator. And you can see it shoots the slime balls up. So it's really important to have these types of farms in survival. I'm sure everyone knows that if you want to make large-scale projects, you need huge amounts of items. Oh, there's some bows. Oh, do I really want to pick them up? Yeah, I guess I'll pick them up. And at the top, you're wondering why there's bows. It's because our slime farm is luckily right beside a skeleton farm, and maybe some skeletons will spawn. So AFKing right where I'm standing here, you can kill some skeletons and farm the slime. There's a few other farms I set up, just because I hang out here. I used to hang out here quite a while. And the sorting system you see here, it's actually broken, unfortunately. And this is why I did not want to pick up the bows. You saw that chest with all the bows. So this was great to AFK at. You get cactus, and here's a small cactus farm, not super efficient, but don't need too much cactus, and you get skeletons and slime, and every now and again you can harvest the vines, because I don't think there's a way to automatically harvest vines. So was a great place to AFK for quite a long time. And we can leave going up, and you'll see that we come out of that other little house that was right beside our giant farm, and so it's all sort of connected that way. Now going back to those tracks I was telling you about, if you go all the way over here, you see our iron farm. Unfortunately, there was an issue and I had to kill the villagers, so I'm gonna have to replace our villagers, and maybe we can do that later to get our iron farm up and running. This is an issue I find on the Switch. Things don't load super fast. I do play on the PC version of Bedrock as well, but to record I'm using the Switch. So I'm just gonna head back and quickly make it day, actually. Things are much easier than when it's daytime. Alright, back at it. So yeah, I think I will probably show off the villagers now. And basically there's a breeding chamber, and they get put into a water stream and sent off to this building, where I more or less store them. Oh, there's one now. And you can see I just load them up with a minecart, and there he is running. And yep, the minecart goes up this track and back through to the iron farm. And I've sent them around other places. I have a villager hall, some results. Might get to showing that off. But at the end of this road here, you can see I goes right up to our iron farm, which maybe I'll show off. It has been working, and we do have quite a bit of iron, but with the amount of hoppers we use, it's always good to have more. So let's take a look. For some reason there was a torch on the ground, but yeah, we have a good amount of iron there. But we always use more, especially for the amount of projects we have in mind. Okay, so just going back to our main part of our village. Hopefully everything will load in soon. There we go. Yes, if I had a better computer, I'd be able to record on my computer and play Minecraft at the same time, but for now, here we are. We'll head off to the castle. We see we have a little guard castle beside our church. And something important about our church, you see the dogs. And we have Sven's boyfriend, Mr. and Mrs. Sven and Summers around here. And we have a lot of dogs on our server, and they come to church, and there's a reason for that. And we're gonna have to figure that out. Guys. Anyways, so leaving the church, we can start actually moving to the main build. You see there's a few other things over there, a mine shaft, and that's a bakery right there. But going up to the castle, right away we start seeing the scope changes compared to our other builds. We have all types of entrances, and they all connect together. So I quickly eat. So going up to our castle, we have our main entrance here, and right away we see the diamond throne. And we see someone on the diamond throne. Huge castle hall. And we see Sven. And we worship Sven. That's why all of those dogs go to church. Because Sven is our leader. So our castle here, we want to make some few more rooms and maybe add a chandelier. We have a massive room here, and it's all for Sven. And going down, we see that it also goes down quite far as well, like quite far, quite tall. This is what we'd consider our mega base. So going down, we can enter our map room, and I'll just show you how much we've really built here. So taking a look at our map room, we see our map is a, what is that, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 5. And you can see just how much we've actually built. Oh, my mistake here. 1 second. Let me get back to this. Okay, sorry about that. We're back. What was I just talking about? We're looking at our map here. We can see our main village is in the center, and we have our castle at the top. Over here, we have our sorting system for all of our items. We can just dump everything in here. And a large part of our castle so far has just been for the sorting of items. What we found is having chest monsters is rough, and it happens so often. So we've tried to take all of the items we use frequently or most frequently and sort them. So beside our map, we have the entrance, the drop-off to our sorting system. And here we are now, a few blank panels, but all these items we're sorting individually, and we've named items to put in picture frames to help us get there faster. You can see it works fairly reliably. Everything in Bedrock Edition, and when in terms of redstone, is a little finicky, from what I can understand, but it's pretty reliable so far. We've had the system for a little bit. We have another drop-off chest for the second part of our storage system, because if the first bunch of items you're sorting don't need to go through the first part of our system, you can increase efficiency hugely by just putting them in the second input chest. This is our second room here, and we have a whole lot of bulk storage for some of those items that you just get so many of, and another full room. And we try to make a medieval style castle, or somewhat, with the spiral staircases, but we also try to add some sort of magic element in terms of the floor. So every floor we went down a gradient of glass color, and we see a few tubes to our left and right, and they're just bubble elevators to take us up and down to the top and bottom floor, not including the throne room, obviously. And this one will take us down. Unfortunately, I take a bit of damage. I don't have any sort of fire resistance on my armor. That's the other thing I should mention. You see, I have been using full netherite tools and armor, and I have a mending on everything. So a lot of the early game stuff we've already done now. So we've mostly been trying to build farms and try to practice different building styles and complete individual goals, such as a zoo with every animal in it, or one of every type of item in the game, for example. So this is just a few other parts of the castle. I just want to quickly show them off, and just want to show off that it's still under development too. There's more farms over that way, for example. But I think after a while, I wanted to show this off because I've been playing Minecraft since maybe late 2009, early 2010. So I've seen a lot of Minecraft updates in the world. Here's a creeper farm, lots of fireworks, which is important. But I've never been on the world this long, so I thought it was important. I heard it's not really important, but I think it's important to show it off. So this is my friend's area. This is a scale model of a real airport. This is his town hall, and this is his personal house I'm flying by now. But his big project here, just adjacent to our castle, is this airport, and it's truly massive. And I want to remind you, we are planning on survival. So even for me to see this, it's nuts. It's just so huge. Now, I'm not sure if I'm doing it justice. Let me land near just one of the planes, one of the many planes, and you can see get the scale of how big this airport is. So this is I have not been a part of these projects. I've donated resources and such like beacons or things like this, but all the building has been him, so it's quite awesome. And let me run around here maybe a little bit. Sucks out of my time, but I really want to show you the detail of what exactly is going on here. Let me just fly to the entrance here, and as you walk in, you immediately get hit with, oh, this is an airport, and it's just like everything else, it's massive. So you can read the signs here, but the detail is unreal of what's happening here and what's exactly going on. So you can enter through, and there's domestic flights and international flights, and it's like a real airport. You go along where you're told to, and you see like you can't go like no returning. So it's quite impressive, honestly. Just being in survival, in my opinion. I've just never quite been a part of a world so mega, so epic. And a big part of it is we've just wanted to not delete the world, keep running. There's periods of time where we're burnt out and we don't play, and sometimes we play way too much. But we always try to play on this world. There's a little lookout tower. It's kind of ugly, but it's been here for quite a while. You can just see our town has developed quite a bit, from basic houses to massive scale castles. Yeah, so anyways, I uh I really enjoyed playing on this world, and I continue to play more, so I gave a little overview quickly of everything we've done so far. Very quick, very brief. Didn't even check out the nether. But I think I will start showing off a little bit more here and there when we make cool projects and we continue developing in our world. So yeah, I guess with that, we'll sign off and say goodbye.